Part of the joy of celebrating ARCA's 50th birthday is reminiscing, and the three of us share many memories. I was your social worker when both of you were very young, and I'm touched to see how much you have accomplished over the last 25 years. It's been a remarkable 50 years for ARCA, so please join me as we walk down memory lane and get a flavor of what was then and what is now.
Bill was born, he's 54 years old now. And as a baby, he was perfectly normal development. But at the age of 6 months, he started having seizures, which I feel caused a lot of the damage to Bill's brain. When he was about 2, we started working with the ARCA program. It was just beginning to develop around the state, and we got involved with the local one. You know, at that time, we didn't have anything for Bill. The only answer the doctors had was institutionalize him, which his dad and I absolutely refused to.
There were very few resources to support families with keeping their disabled family member at home. Pretty much the state institution was the only option.
50 years ago, there was almost nothing. Los Lunas was the only actual service available.
People who lived in institutions, they pretty much stayed in one place. They didn't leave where they were living. They ate in cafeterias. A lot of times they had large dormitories and group shower facilities and things like that. And then ARCA started developing group homes.
The ARCA at that time consisted of one half-time secretary and a little house, one of those little houses on North San Mateo, had just dirt around it, and that was our office.
There was no state funding, there was no money to help us get, it was all the parents together, and some community programs support us. And it was about the mid-70s we started developing our group homes.
There was this concept called normalization. The concept of normalization was that there is a normal rhythm to life of activities that people do on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, monthly, and also annually. And that people who lived in institutions weren't able to participate in this normal rhythm of life.
The community involvement of our people is a very important thing. It's a life now, and before it was just an existence.
They get out, they do their own bus riding.
We have people that go on cruises.
They do everything. They do everything that we do. And I mean, they're accepted. It's not shocking. People aren't pointing. A lot of times, you know, they say you fear the unknown the most, and because people had been kind of shut away in the institutions behind closed doors, people didn't have any personal experience with, you know, individuals with disabilities. And I think we've come so far just in the time that I've worked in this field.
Eventually the institutions closed because there was no longer that much of a need for them, because we had ARCA and other agencies around the state. ARCA is the biggest agency serving developmentally disabled. ARCA provides literacy programs, we provide adoption services, we provide family-based services, which is like a foster care program. We have job employment for them, and we have job coaches.
I think one of the very good developments has been the establishment of the ARCA Foundation. The foundation was established primarily at the time for legal protection of the ARCA facilities and properties. Later, it developed because of problems with funding. You know, federal funding became sort of iffy, and we decided that the foundation could assume another role, and that was in fundraising. A wonderful development is the establishment of ARCA Organics. And this is a beautiful operation in Corrales. It has lovely greenhouses. Everybody, I think, is familiar with our Christmas poinsettias. Currently, our big project is wheatgrass, which is one of these very healthful things. And a number of places in Albuquerque are using it in their juice drinks. It is almost self-sufficient, and it is beginning to actually earn a revenue. We hope to expand that. There will be other things developed. There's constant needs that have to be met, new ones, and ARCA will always be there looking for these.
We were never ashamed of Bill. We felt that Bill was given to us and we had to find the purpose in life. And believe me, he's shown us more of the way, haven't you, kid?
When I started working at ARCA, I just never even dreamed that we would get as far as we are right now today, to be as big as we are and to serve as many people as we serve.
The ARCA family total consists of nearly 1,000 people. That includes our client membership, our staff, our volunteers. And that is quite a change from 50 years ago.
One of the great things about the growth is that there are more options for people now. When I see people that I worked with a long time ago, 25 years ago, to see the things that they're doing now and how they've grown is pretty gratifying.
When I first started here, we were doing great work and people were receiving very high quality services. They are receiving even better services now. Their quality of life is even better, and I expect that to continue into the future.
I'm very proud to be part of this organization. It just makes me feel good inside to see what wonderful things we do for the clients and that they're so happy.
There's nothing in the country any better than ours, nothing. And so I am just profoundly grateful and very proud of ARCA.
Many of us who were there 50 years ago know there was nothing. You didn't see children like this on the streets or in the stores or in the churches or at the theaters or any place. And today, you know, I go to church and I see them up on the altar as altar boys. And it just gives me a wonderful feeling to know that it was well worth it. There's not enough thanks in this world.